Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning if you're waking up. I wanted to make a video update explaining why I wasn't active on my channel for the past 4 weeks or so. A couple of reasons. Number one, I bought a PS5. I bought a PS5 early July and I played Destiny on PS5. And it's a lot harder to have fun. It's a lot harder to do multi-kill game in control. The reason being that people are very good on PS5. Many people are better than me. And everybody is a top tier player in every lobby. Usually when I'm back on PS4, every lobby had one or two good players, except when you run into a 6 stack or 5 stack. Usually you have one or two good players and the rest of the people are casual, they don't really know what they're doing there. But in PS5, this is not the case. Everybody that has a PS5, is a hardcore gamer, because to find a PS5, you need to really want a PS5. It's expensive, it's hard to find. And basically, people are double, like in every match, and I'm not exaggerating, in every one of my matches, I have on my team 1, 2, 3, 4 unbroken people, plus me. Sometimes you have one guy who's not very good. On very rare occasion, you find games that have the similar level design as on PS5, on PS4. Sorry. So yeah, games are pretty rough, and you see that me. If you follow me, you know that I like to use off-meta weapon. I like to play around. I like to use different builds. But if you use non-meta weapon, you're getting super shit on, like super shit on. It's very tough. And yeah, everybody's running around with chaperone, ace of spade, CQC shotgun. I mean, same shit. Although I would like to address something. I saw a lot of tweet about people saying that some players are just good at sniping because they're on PS5, and this is not the truth. PS5 is not gonna suddenly turn you into a sniper god. It's just going to help you a little bit because you see more of the game, right, with the field of view, and you also have more frames, so it's a lot easier to adjust your crosshair, your target. With that being said, if you were a bad sniper on PS4, you are going to stay a bad sniper on PS5. So and also I see some people saying that some people are doubling their KD or improving their KD since they're on PS5, saying that the PS5 is magically improving you as a player. If anything, PS5 has lowered my KD. So yeah, there you go. That's my opinion on the PS5 debate, PS4 PS5 debate. But also, since I've been a bit not burned out on Destiny, but I mean, Bungie is lying to us. We need to face the truth. They've been saying that they're going to focus on PvP. They never have in the past 2 years. We don't have any Crucible maps since I don't know how many days, almost 2 years now. No new game mode. The balancing is always shit. Stasis has been a terrible thing for the past 2 years. For the past, 6 months, it was stayed like unchallenged. So yeah, and they're just straight up liars. They're bringing setting, then they bring back the gun that they've sunset, and it's just like, what am I playing for? I'm not really having fun. I'm not really excited about the loot. So what am I doing? So I've been slowly playing less and less Destiny 2. Another reason why I haven't been posting much and I haven't been playing Destiny 2 is also because I'm right now preparing for a big competition that's gonna happen in September. Should happen. There was 2 competitions, but one of them just got cancelled because of COVID. For those who don't know, I'm doing parkour. So I jump on walls, sometimes for money. And I'm taking this very seriously. That's my main objective in the world, being the speedrunning champion, being one day a speedrunning champion. This is speedrunning for those who don't know. And so yeah, I haven't been able to play because I've been training a lot. However, about a week ago, something quite terrible happened to me. A week ago, I was at the gym. I was a bit tired from yesterday's training. I was a bit like up in the air. I wasn't really focused. I was moving some stuff around, and a big piece of metal fell on my pinky toe and actually broke it. Like, I can show you the scanner, the radio. I don't know how you say it in English. But you can see that it's definitely broken. Although also it's raining right now, so the sound might be pretty shit. So I've been, stuck at home. I've been for a good 5 days. I wasn't able to really walk properly. I was a bit, depressed because fuck, I'm preparing for a big comp. I just broke my toe. It sucks. I cannot train as much as I would like to. So yeah, so I be stuck at home, and I was like, okay, I want to play, but I'm not having fun in Destiny 2. I'm not having fun in Dark Souls 3. So I see there's a big hype on Final Fantasy 14. So, I tried Final Fantasy 14, and I've never been a big fan of MMO. I've always been scared of MMO because I've always been scared that I would be too addicted to it and wouldn't be able to stop. However, it's not really my cup of tea. I have to admit, I have maybe 80 hours on Final Fantasy right now. God damn, it's raining a lot. I have around 80 hours, I think. I need to double check that, but it's probably close to 80, 70. A lot of hours in Final Fantasy. And I've been trying different classes and different games. The main thing I don't like about it is that it's not an action game. I like real-time action, not pressing a button, my character does an action. I like when my position really matter, when I don't know how to explain. It's a bit different, like from MMORPG to action RPG. It's not the same shit. But the game is good. Oh my god, fuck me. So I had to put my t-shirt on and my cap so that I don't get completely wet. Where was I? Yeah, Final Fantasy 14. It's a good game, it's a fun game, there's a lot to do. However, the problem is that there is so much to do because it's a 7-year-old game. I think it came out in 2014, if I'm correct. And there is like Heaven's Word, Shadowbringer, Stormbrubs. There's 3 expansions to go, and mind you that one expansion is supposed to last people about a year. So I have like 3-4 years of content to catch up to, and it's just like you don't really know where to go. You don't really know, okay, should I do Bahamut now? Should I do this raid? Should I do this fight? What do you get out of it? And most of the end game isn't really centered around getting good weapons. It seems like most weapons are capping. Everyone kind of has the same end weapon. The very best weapon you can get by doing super raid are not that much better than the one you get from buying them into the shop or that the game gives you. It's mostly fashion. Fashion is really the end game. They call it glamour. And it's just like pimping your character, getting the last mounts. Mounts are those animals or vehicle you're using to go around the map and the game. And people are just farming bosses to have a chance to have a mount to drop. And I personally don't really care about it. I think this is fascinating. This is this is probably where the video is going to get. I think this is fascinating how people are spending so much time and effort pimping and getting their character as fashionable as possible, like getting best armor, making sure everything fits together. But the same people that are not spending that much time spending that much time caring about what they look like in the game don't seem to care half as much about their real body in the real world. And I'm gonna take Asmongold as an example. Asmongold, I didn't know this guy before. I found him because he started to play. It's funny because I found him because he started to play Final Fantasy 14, and seeing him play Final Fantasy 14 made me want to play Final Fantasy 14. And basically, the bottom line, where I'm getting at, is that is that he looks like shit. I mean, sorry, I mean that's pretty mean. He eats like shit. He eats fast food every day. He has a terrible sleep schedule. He's losing his hair. He doesn't work out. He doesn't pay attention to his own body. He was complaining about his finger hurting, and he was not really in a hurry to go to the doctor to check it out. But he would spend hours and hours in a game like World of Warcraft, getting the new mount or getting the new armor just for it looks, and it's like, what the fuck, like why? It's so fascinating, and I don't have the psychology background to really explain why people are doing that, but it's definitely related to escapism, and that we are so how it's called, we are so capped at birth in terms of how much muscle we can put on, in terms of how beautiful we can be. I mean, beauty is definitely a very unfair game. You can be beautiful just because your parents were beautiful, or sometimes your parents are not beautiful, but somehow you end up being beautiful because your face fits what society is judging canonically beautiful. And I can be an example of that. I can be judged as beautiful. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. I'm not really, it can sound very arrogant, but it's just the truth, right? So where I'm getting at is that the competition and how much I cannot do much more than what I have right now. And it's a bit the same in sports. Like, I'm not going to be so much faster, right? Or jump so much higher or build so much muscle, except if I took steroid, than what I have been accomplishing right now. I've been training since 2007. Yeah, so it's been a good 15 years that I'm training. We're in 2021, so in 2022. And yeah, I'm getting... I'm on top tier level athlete in terms of parkour. I'm not the best, but I do very well. And I'm quite strong, but I'm not gonna be that much stronger. And I come from far, but I can see a bit. I'm gonna be 30 years old soon. I can see how I'm reaching my potential. Like in a few years, I won't be getting that much stronger or better. But in a game, it's completely different. We are all on equal foot in a game. Whether it's progressing your even skills, you could admit that some people have better reaction time than others and stuff like that. But still, the gap is not so big. And if we're taking skill out of the equation, because the terms of skill in gaming is a very complex subject, and I don't think I have all the tools to argue around it, I would say that beauty and fashion, everybody can have the best armor and everybody can look a certain way, and they are not capped by real life money most of the time. Of course, you can buy some items from the cash shop, whether it's Eververse in Destiny, whether it's the item store in Final Fantasy XIV. You can buy skins in Fortnite, but I don't know much about it. But most of you can do a lot with what the game gives you for free, right? You can do a lot fashion wise, and that's how people. That's what I think. I think that's really why people are investing so much time into looking beautiful in the game, because they know that in real life, it's not gonna happen unless you do surgery, maybe. But your facial shape and your body shape, like you can do a lot about your body, right? Like you can, if you're obese, there's a lot you can do. First of all, you can cut out completely carbs and see where that leads. But some people are just born, more fat than others. That's the truth. Some people just have, the fat gene. Like some people are blonde, some people have blue eyes, and some people have black hair. some people are born with a lot of muscle. I mean, they're not born with a lot of muscle, but by the time they reach puberty, they do put on muscle really easily. Some people get a six-pack and a crazy tricep and bicep by doing a couple of pull-ups, whereas some people work out every day and they are barely scratching the surface of the gift of those people have in genetics. And the truth is that the real world is really unfair and savage in terms of aesthetic and in terms of, also in terms of accomplishment. Like, you know, basically how much you can accomplish, even though we have a lot of discussions saying that, oh yeah, you just need to work hard for your dream, you need to believe in it. And I do follow that motto a lot, because I wouldn't have accomplished half of what I have accomplished so far if it wasn't for believing in it and fucking, you know, putting genetics aside and be like, fuck, even if I'm not jumping or as fast as those guys, I'm going to beat them. You know, that's how I build myself to become that good. Even though I'm not the best yet, I'm still a lot better, like a lot better than what I was. And in terms of, you know, school, in terms of school knowledge, like, of course, if you're evolving in a world where when you come back home and your parents are listening to Mozart and they bring you to the museum, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to have the social code and the culture to be successful in the elitist world than if your parents are watching the Kardashian when you come back home. You see what I mean? Although it's not like lock and you're stuck there and it's impossible for you to get out of there, because it's not. It's just a lot harder. It's so much harder for you to get out of this position and to succeed than it is for some kid who grew up in a fancy neighborhood and has intelligent parents who are successful too. Success breeds success. That's why when you want to succeed in any field, it's important to surround you with people who are also successful in that field. And coming back to the video game discussion, it's a lot accessible for anyone to accomplish things in the game, because we are all on the same field. And although that also is not true, because now we can have families of gamers, you can have a better PC than someone else, but if we're talking about consoles, if everybody, let's say in a world where everyone is on console, have the same console, the same controller, we all have the same shit, we need to deal with it. And the game world, the people who design the games are making it so that everyone can feel like they're accomplishing something, right? Everyone, and you can see directly your progression. Whereas on the real world, there is no experience bar above my head that says, okay, I reached level 10, and if I reach level 11, I'm gonna jump faster, I'm gonna make more money, No, the world is much more organic, and it goes up and down, and sometimes you're progressing, sometimes you break your pinky toe like a stupid fuck, and then you're going down, and then you go back up, and it's not as simple as, okay, I've been able to reach this level, now I'm gonna always stay in this level no matter what I do. And no, but in game, that's what's happening. Your level stays the same, and you come back next week, and you train, it's gonna be higher. And if you leave for 2 months and you come back, it's still gonna be there. You're gonna have to keep going up. You just go up all the time, right? You have this feeling of keeping on progression. And that's something that Daniel Lebacka talked about when he was making that video, Choose Not to Fall. If you guys don't know Daniel Lebacka, he's a parkour athlete and a spiritual leader and a great man. And he talks about gaming and why people are addicted to game and how it's easy to achieve. And it is easy to achieve because it's so fucking hard to achieve anything in the real world. And that's the fucking truth. That's why we are seeing an epidemic of video game addiction, of people playing video game. You know, most kids, there are so many kids these days that are around, like, I don't know, 6, 7, 10, 11. They are born almost with an iPad or some type of tab, you know, flat tab, I don't know you say it in English, screen, and they are growing up using it, and they never go out, because what's the fucking point of going out? Like, I remember I was at my grandma's house, and I have 2 little cousins that are in, one of them is in high school and the other one is let's say both of them are in high school, and they are spending their days on their computer. They play Ark, they play Minecraft, what else do they play? Rocket League. And they just do that the whole fucking day. There's nothing that excites them besides that. And it makes sense, you know, they live in the suburb of Paris. There's nothing to do. It fucking sucks. If you want to do anything, you need to take your car. Like anything really exciting, like going to Paris and seeing some cool shit, eating some food with your friends, going to the movies, whatever, fucking around. Like it's so much more fun to do it in Paris than doing it in the suburb, but there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. There is nothing. If you're in the suburb of Paris, most of the time there's nothing to do. That's the truth about it. That's why people take drugs. That's why people play video games, you know, to escape from the tragic of this world, especially with COVID now, that the world fucking sucks. Like if you're looking outside, what is exciting about it? Like what is exciting about it? What is driving you? It's so hard to find a passion and to find something that's to find something that really fulfills you, right? Because it's so abstract and so weird, especially in school. Like you're doing abstract thing and you're being asked to do those abstract things that doesn't relate to anything. It feels like they don't relate to anything in the world, but yet you still have to do them, because if not, you're just gonna get bored. And that's really the main thing, you're gonna get bored. Coming back on the topic about video game escapism and all that, and my cousins, my dad was like complaining, saying, oh, they spend all their days playing the game. And I was like, Dad, what do you want them to do? What can they do? If they go out, there's nothing but roads. There's nothing to do. There is nothing exciting. And I know some people are going to say, oh, back in my day when there was no video game, we were going on an adventure with my friends, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. Good for you, bro. But you didn't live in a world where at the click of a button, you could go on thousands of adventures with your friends also, but in the virtual world. And it feels like, you know, I think we're at the point where the Matrix is becoming more and more real. What do I mean by that is that it sounds very spooky, complotist kind of idea, but the fact that virtual reality is being pushed so much, and when you combine that with the automation of the world as we know it, so most of the jobs, of the shit jobs, right, that people do, cleaning the trash, working McDonald's, working in field, factory, farm, doing the shelves in convenience store, in grocery store, being a cashier, being a waiter, all that is slowly, I'm saying slowly because we're not there yet, but we're getting there. It's slowly going to be replaced by automation. All those jobs, robots can do better, but right now humans are just cheaper. But in some days, robots are going to be cheaper. We can see already in the grocery store. You can face no human in the store and still do your groceries. You still have some people that are making sure everything is clean and all that, but at the end of the day, you can scan your items yourself and pay yourself. And so the question is like, what are we doing with the people who are not Elon Musk, you know? If you're not like a top tier genius, yeah, those jobs are the last thing you can do. And if those jobs don't exist, then what do we do with you? You know, do we genocide you? We're slowly putting you to sleep. And we're offering you an exit, the video game exit, you know, the game, the virtual world exit, where you can be quote unquote happy. We need to define happiness, right? But you can feel fulfilled and feel happy and just play game all the time and live in this virtual world. And if we take Final Fantasy XIV as an example, you can be a beautiful, handsome, 6 foot tall, muscular guy, slaying dragons and dating sexy bunny girls. Yeah, that sounds a lot more exciting than, yeah, you're gonna go and, make sure the shelves of the cornflakes section are clean. Wow, that's going to be your life. Or you're going to cook hamburgers and fries at McDonald's for all your life. Which one do you like better? For me, the choice is made. I'd rather play video game all day than working at McDonald's, because I did work at McDonald's. That's the sad truth. I worked there as a summer job, you know, as I was young. I didn't work there because I had to. I was working there because I wanted to make some money to be able to travel and stuff like that. But it's funny for a week, but then for 2 months, it fucking sucks. You're just in automation, just repeating all the same patterns again and again, and you're just becoming more and more stupid, and you feel like your soul is slowly dragging, leaving your body as you're working there, and it's terrible. And to think that, and I met some people that have been doing this for years, and it's like, I'd rather have a social welfare check of 400 euros than working at McDonald's. That's the sad truth. I would definitely rather live a simple life, earning very few money, than doing that. Well, that was a tangent. I don't even know escapism. That's why people go to. And with COVID, you know, many people have lost their job. I certainly lost a lot of money and opportunities with COVID. I spent a lot of money. It feels like I'm drunk. Like, oh, I spent a lot of money in travels, in preparation for comp that never came because they all got canceled because of the competitions. When I say comp, I mean competitions. Because it never happened because of COVID. And yeah, it fucking sucks. But I do understand, and I don't see any way this is going to get better. I don't see how. I mean, I like the real world. I personally love being there in nature. I love training, but I also love training because it's also my job. I see a fulfillment in training because I want to be one of the best. I do get some money for doing parkour, and I do love it. But some people don't have the chance to have a passion that they're, you know, feeling strongly about, and they can make money out of it. Also, I think gaming is not a healthy hobby. I mean, it's if you play like an hour a day, 2 hours a day, like sure, like whatever. It's a lot. I think if anything, it's a lot better than watching Netflix. And it depends on what you watch on Netflix, right? There is no like strict rules or solution of what should and shouldn't be. There's a dog behind me, but I cannot see it. I can hear it, but I cannot see it. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I do believe, because as when I play too much video game, and I don't go out and I don't go to train, I do feel depressed. I do feel like I did have suicidal thought during the November to December period, when I was playing a lot of Destiny 2, like almost 8-10 hours a day, and I was raiding a lot, so I was going to sleep very late. I did have fun as I was playing. When I was playing, I was like really happy, but as soon as I turned the screen off, I felt so empty inside. I was like, what the fuck is the point of my life? Especially since playing video game drags me away from my number one goal of parkour, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, huh? That's what I wanted to say. So I do to finish on that. So, and you can tell on streamers, you have some suicide in people who are doing streamers. People get burned out, they need to take a break. People who keep playing the same game and are, I don't know, you can feel some sort of sadness in people who are just gaming all the time. You can feel this kind of like okay, it's fun, but what's the point? And yeah, and then we can ask the question of success, you know, what is being successful, what is not. And is it about making money? Is it about making money? If you played 11 hours a game a day, but you're a famous streamer like Asmongold, is it okay? But if you're doing the same thing but you're not making money, are you just a failure? But on the same time, Asmongold can make so much money because many people who are not making money, who are not like being a streamer, are giving him money. It's a weird circle. But I think that's where I'm going to stop the video. But that's why I've been away pretty much. Hopefully my big toe is going to be healed in a few days, I think. I can walk right now. I cannot run really well. But I can do some stuff. And I think in a week I'll be able to train again. I hope. But yeah, that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think. I'm very curious. I read and I answer to every comment, and I hope you guys are safe, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.